What's up, and welcome to another episode of Black in the Maritimes. My name is Fidel. Now, we're going to talk about different subjects since it's Black History Month. I'm going to try to cover as different subjects related to Black culture as possible. Now, we're going to talk about James Brown. Now, if you don't know who James Brown is, I don't know what to tell you. James Brown is the godfather of soul, soul brother number one. If you are a Michael Jackson fan, Bruno Mars fan, hip-hop fan in general, James Brown probably is the person that you have to thank for that sound. James Brown is a legendary singer. He's like the Black Elvis. Again, if you don't know who James Brown is, I don't know what to tell you. Google him or do whatever you think you need to know, because if you're listening to this podcast, you probably know who he is. Now, going back to this, a CNN article just published, there's a 3-part piece saying that James Brown might have been murdered. Now, James Brown died Christmas Day of 2006. He was 76 years old and had a lot of health problems. So you could think that he probably died of natural causes. I mean, it's not uncommon for a 76-year-old man that has a lot of health issues, died. That's kind of a normal thing. But CNN says that might not be the case. There's a person within James Brown's circle called Jackie Hollander. She's a circus performer, and she was friends with James Brown for several years, decades to be exact. She was also a friend of his third wife, Adrienne Rodriguez, that died in 2006 of a drug overdose after trying to relieve pain from a plastic surgery. Now, the things about this piece are pretty shocking. It's a long piece to read, but if you read it, it's pretty shocking when it says there's a lot of twists and turns, and a lot of people, including a district attorney, believes that he might have been murdered. Now, this is some serious allegations. Now, why would you say this? The reason why they're saying that is that Jackie Hollander has a lot of series of papers that she's been tracking over the years, saying of his circle, of James Brown's circle, management circle, that they wanted him to be killed. Now, why would that be? Probably because they were going to be let go, or they probably had some influence or money involved. Exactly. Again, everything is allegedly because nobody has been charged with anything yet. Now, there are some things like his wife, his third wife, Adrienne Rodriguez or Adrienne Brown. Even the singer believed that she was murdered because she was fine, and one day she suddenly died. And he believed at that time that it was somebody within his circle that got murdered because she was trying to expose people within his team to get fired and let go. Now, the same thing that happened to her happened to James Brown. Apparently, James Brown wanted to get some medical treatment at that time, and he was ready to be gone, and then all of a sudden, everything turns to worse, and he died. The doctor that treated James Brown wanted to do an autopsy to check what happened, and the family refused to do an autopsy. In fact, the doctor had requested to do this twice, and the family denied it twice. Another thing that happened is that this person, Jackie Hollander, had a duffel bag that James Brown had when he was being taken care of in the medical facility. And the CNN reporter had that bag and had it tested, and it tested for marijuana, cocaine, and prescription drugs. So there's a lot of things to turn. Like I said, it's a long story, and it has a history of James Brown. It has a history of abuse, rape. I mean, there was a lot of stuff in his life, and if you see his movie and his documentary, you will see that he went through a really, really rough life. And he was a rough guy, and he did a lot of mistakes. In fact, he was jailed, I think, for rape. I don't know, for five years, I think it was. So he even did sometimes while he was famous. So, check out that piece. I think it's going to be turned into a TV documentary or a TV mini documentary soon, so you can see exactly what we're talking about. But yeah, that's something to check. Read that article if you have the time. There's also something in Rolling Stones if you want to see it, which is a little bit shorter. So check that out, and peace out.